Hey guys, it's Little Lamp here. So today I am going to talk to you guys about something that is of slight importance to me. I'm going to be talking to you guys about what it's like living with Asperger syndrome, what Asperger syndrome is, and what it's not, because a lot of people have misconceptions about Asperger syndrome. They automatically think that it makes you a screaming psychopath, which I am not. So, without any further procrastinations, let's say, I'll start by telling you guys what Asperger syndrome is. So what it is an autism spectrum disorder, or ASD, and it's on the higher functioning end of the spectrum. People that have it, whether you're an adult or a child, you have difficulty with social interactions and exhibit a restricted range of interests or repetitive behaviors. Sometimes motor development is delayed, leading to clumsiness or uncoordinated movements. Compared to others that are affected, people with Asperger's syndrome do not have significant delays or difficulties in language or cognitive development like some other people with the more severe forms of autism do. There are some forms of autism that are nonverbal, they don't talk at all. But that doesn't mean that they're not intelligent, because people that have autism are actually very, very smart. We demonstrate precocious vocabulary, often in highly specialized fields of interest, mine being weather and art and dance and things like that. But some of the behaviors now that are associated with Asperger syndrome. Now, not all of them are present in any person at one given moment, and they vary widely in degrees, so I'm just going to give you guys a list of the most common things. I think this is all of them, I'm not sure. At the end of the video, I will be leaving you guys links in the description below, so if you want to read more about this, go ahead. But anyways, some of the behaviors are limited or inappropriate social interactions. We may find something funny that's not funny to another person. Robotic or repetitive speech. This happens a lot when we're nervous. Sorry, kind of kicked my camera. We'll repeat something without realizing that we repeated it, and somebody will have to, hey, you just said that. Which I think everybody does. I mean, I see normal people do it all the time. Challenges with nonverbal communication, like certain gestures, facial expressions, just body language and things like that. We pick up on a lot of things that a normal person wouldn't really pick up on. And something with me that happens, hold on, I'm going to turn the fan on because it's really hot in here. If anything is going to get me into trouble, it's going to be my facial expressions. I don't really do any gestures that would get, me in trouble. I don't think, honestly. I think it's honestly just my facial expressions. But it's coupled with average to above average verbal skills. So a lot of us have a higher vocabulary. I used to get teased a lot about that when I was in school. People called me a nerd all the time, which I don't see a problem with being a nerd, I really don't. Because of the way that I write, some of the assignments that I wrote out, sometimes the teacher would make you read it out loud, and a lot of kids are like, oh, she's using big words, and it's like, no, I just have a very high standard for my vocabulary. Anyways, tendency to discuss self rather than others. I try to curb that as much as I possibly can. But YouTube, it's kind of like, hey, I'm telling you guys about the things that I do, or things that I do that are similar to other things that people might have questions about. When I do that, honestly, I'm just trying to talk from experience on certain things. rather than to just be self-centered about it. Anyways, inability to understand social emotional issues or non-literal phrases. I'm an extremely literal person. You might say something to me and it's meant to be a joke and I take it completely seriously. So if somebody comments and says something that's meant to be a joke and I take it the wrong way, I'm very, very sorry. The social and emotional issues, I don't take bullying very well, and I don't take people being angry at me very well. I get very, very scared when people are mad at me, because I just, yeah. And there's other reasons behind that. I made a video about it a while back, so. Lack of eye contact or reciprocal conversation. My eye contact is the shittiest thing on the planet. I hardly ever make eye contact, which is really difficult, especially being that I work in a salon and eye contact is kind of a mandatory thing that you have to do with clients, or they feel like they don't have your undivided attention. Obsession with specific, often unusual topics. I think the most unusual topic that I have an obsession with, I don't know, nature, weather. People don't expect me to be into weather as much as I am. I actually want to go to university for a degree in meteorology. I want to be a severe weather expert. And a lot of people find that unusual. But if you get me on that topic, I can talk to you forever about it. I'll talk your damn ear off. One-sided conversations. I really try to curb that as well, but I have friends that don't really let me have a one-sided conversation, that makes it a lot easier. It's hard if you're like messaging somebody on Facebook or texting them. I find it really hard to keep a conversation with somebody through text. Either the one person doesn't seem interested, or I'm not interested, or something's going on. It's just awkward to, I feel like we lack people skills these days. Like, nobody talks to each other face to face. I'd much rather Skype someone than talk over the phone, because it's far more difficult. And the last thing is awkward movements or mannerisms. That's basically talking about like tics or something. Like, I bite my nails a lot. That's considered a tic. My baby brother, who also has Asperger's, he'll sit there and he'll do this. Or he has like, when he was little, when he was going through SARC, they gave him this like little soft brush thing, and because when somebody with Asperger's is ticking, it's because they're nervous or they're scared of something. Like they're frightened and they're not really understanding how to deal with it. That goes with the social, emotional issues, such things. But he would, he would just sit there and he would play with it and things like that, and he would calm down. I think that's part of the reason why I like animals so much, is because they're soft and really comforting. I'm trying to think of any other awkward mannerism or movement. One that's really, really popular among kids with autism, period, not just Asperger's, is teeth grinding. I don't do that, but my little brother was really, really, really bad at that when he was younger. So grinding teeth is not, they give you like little chewies, like when a baby is teething, they give you something like that to chew on rather than grinding your teeth, which is extremely helpful. But anyways, let's move on to what Asperger's syndrome is not. Asperger's syndrome is not psychosis. Asperger's syndrome is not schizophrenia. And Asperger's syndrome is not being an asshole. I saw this meme, or whatever the hell you want to call it, a demotivational poster the other day, and it said Asperger's syndrome because you need an excuse to be an asshole. I'm not an asshole unless you irritate me, and I'm pretty sure my little brother is the same way. I know for a fact that he is. He is the sweetest little boy on the planet. He is so friendly. He just doesn't tolerate being bullied, and which I don't tolerate that either. So we're not assholes, we're not crazy, I've noticed that a lot of the mass shootings get blamed on, like, the first thing that they automatically go to is Asperger syndrome, and that gives us the shittiest name on the planet that makes us out like we're these crazy killers, and then everybody kind of shies away from you. Like, I've talked to people about my Asperger's, and I've actually lost friends over that because they think I'm gonna lose my mind. And I'm here to tell you that it doesn't make me any less of a human. I bleed the same blood that you do. I'm constructed of the same things that you are. It doesn't hurt any less when somebody, you know, does mean things to you. And when you lose a friend over something like that, you kind of, I guess, get a feel for who your real friends are, because it doesn't stop my friends that I have now from hanging out with me. I kind of feel like if you can't handle the fact that I have Asperger syndrome, then honestly it's just not meant to be. But I think that goes along the lines with a lot of things. Like, if someone can't handle the way that you really dress outside of work, or they can't handle, you know, they make you feel bad about liking a certain thing. It goes along those lines. You know, you're not any different from the person that you were before that person met. You know, I'm still a kind and gentle human being. I love unconditionally, you know. It's just a little frustrating when people do that. But anyways, I hope you guys found that video informational. I wasn't trying to be too serious with it. I was just trying to give you guys as much information as I possibly could. Now I'm going to talk to you guys. Like I said before, I will be leaving you guys links in the description below if you guys want to read more articles on it and see a little bit more of what autism is really about. And you can see the different events that happen for the support of autism and things like that. Also, I will be holding my live stream this Sunday. If you follow me on Facebook, you can get even more details on that. It's Little Dampier / Chaos the Model. Little Dampier 1313, sorry. / Chaos the Model. I know I said I would hold it as soon as I hit 100 subscribers, but I hit a few speed bumps, and I haven't really had the time to do it lately because I've been so busy with state boards. But that will definitely be held on Sunday. I haven't really set up a time yet, but the updates and stuff will be on Facebook and Instagram and my other social media, which you can find in the description below. But anyways, thank you all for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Stay spooky!